What's up? What's up? What's up, Antonio? Welcome, you guys. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing today? Let me go and turn this off on mute. Put it on mute for a minute. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, you guys. I'm excited about today's training. I'm excited just to be on here with you guys today. You ready, Sonia? You got any housekeeping you want to do before
Housekeeping.
before we do our countdown?
Is your word, so I'm gonna let
Okay,
you.
what's another word for it?
I
What's
don't
another
know,
word?
but housekeeping is your word.
Give me your word. Give me your word. Give me your word. I'm gonna do a quick one. Let's do it. Let's do it. You ready, Sonia?
I'm ready.
You look a little. Come on, you ain't joking with me right now. You gonna give me a joke? All right. Today's training, you guys. Come on in the room. Add this. Um, Share this with anyone who is looking to get started investing in real estate. They want to know exactly how to find a deal, how to analyze that deal. Today we're gonna literally be diving into how to analyze deals like a pro and to not really spend a whole lot of time doing it to where you have analysis paralysis where you're just spending so much time and never actually getting that offer in. We're going to show you how to uncomplicate the matter and literally analyze deals so that you can put more offers in.
One thing I would say is I wouldn't say share. I would say invite your friends to the REI Decoded group so that they can get these type of trainings every week, free trainings. You can ask questions and get understanding. There are people who have went on to do deals just from these trainings. All right. So if you're really serious about getting off the sideline and getting into the game, invite them to these trainings, y'all. Be a
Yes,
good friend.
yes. And I lost my train of thought.
All right.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's do it.
Are you gonna ask who we got with us or anything today?
I'll let you go.
I can't see it because it's on your side. So just kind of a quick pause for the room. If you've done a deal or you've done this is mainly talking about ARVs for flip. So if you've done a flip, let us know. I guess put if you've done one. This is mainly,
I didn't try to.
I guess
I was
put
trying to help
if
you
you.
to see.
I don't know what I was saying.
If you've done a flip, put one in the chat. If you've done a flip, if you have not done a flip just yet, put 0 in the chat. If you're looking to get started and you haven't done a flip just yet, or just a deal period, it doesn't have to be a flip, but not your personal house.
Investment property.
I hear a lot of people say, "Well, I've done my first deal. I've renovated my personal house." Listen, that's not the same. It's close, but it ain't the same. Um, because it's a different set of animal that you're working with when you start doing investing. Ooh, I see you, Starlet.
Starlet put so many zeros in that thing.
Absolutely. What's up, Chris? What's up, Larry? What's up, Larry? All right.
All right, let's go. Let's get it in. Let's get it in.
Okay, I see you, Davies. All right. So we're going to teach you how we're able to review more deals to make more offers. You can't say that there aren't any deals out there if you aren't putting in offers because you don't know what's going to be accepted. You don't know what's going to be. You don't know what's the deal if you're not in the marketplace. All right. So make sure you're putting in offers. Make sure that you are actively in the market before you phrase it to say now is not enough, now is not a time, not a good time, and there aren't any deals.
What's up, Miss Maya?
Hey, beautiful. Hey, LaShawn. All right. So, one of the key ways that we find deals is step one is understanding the formula. All right. So, the ARV, we put ARV, but what does ARV mean? The ARV means your after repair value. So, what would the house sell for once it's all fixed up? All right. After all repairs are done, after it's in tip top shape, how much will it be worth? All right. Which means houses that are selling in the area that are in tip top shape. Those are what you're going to look at. So, we're looking at the ARV. So, say in tip top shape, 123 Main Street will be worth $100,000 once it's fixed up. I'm gonna times that by 70%. All right. And that's gonna give me what, Antonio?
That 70% is going to give you what we like to call your all-in number.
Mm-hmm.
So ARV times 70% gives you your all-in number. Your all-in number is your repairs plus your purchase price. That's your all-in number. All right. So the first thing you got to really do is understand the formula, understand the lingo, and understand how to analyze deals. Also, the thing I want to say, I want to get too far off, but people do it different ways. This is just the way the Denmarks do it. There's people when they're looking for rentals, you analyze that a different way. You got 1% rule, you got different things that you use. There's some people when they're doing flips, they don't even take a 60, 70% formula. They just say how much money they want to make. If they want to make $40,000, then that's the number that they use minus their repairs. That's how they roll. So understand that there's different ways to do it, but the first thing is for you to identify what formula you're going to use in order to identify the deal.
And let me say this: pick a formula. Don't use 3, 4, 5 different formulas, because then at that point it makes no sense. So pick a formula, use it, and let that be what you use to do your deals. So in this example, so after you did your 70%, then you want to estimate how much repairs is going to be made. It's going to need to be made in order to reach that ARV potential. All right. So is it 20,000? Is it 10,000? Whatever it is, you're going to minus that. And that's going to give you your MAO, your maximum allowable offer, the most that you can offer on that particular property. So, quick example: if the ARV is 100,000, you're gonna times that 100,000 by 70%. Then you're gonna get 70,000. All right. Then you're gonna minus the repairs. Say the repairs are 30,000. So you're gonna say 70,000 minus 30,000 in repairs equals 40,000. That is the most that you can afford to pay on that particular property.
Now, if you get your offer accepted and it's lower than 40, that's just good.
That just means you found a deal.
You got a good deal. But do your best and try not to go over that $40,000, because the way the formula have been set up is accounting for things such as financing costs. It's accounting for closing costs. So a lot of times when you're doing deals, you're really making about 10 to 15% profit on a deal. All right. So just first thing you gotta do is understand your formula.
Absolutely. Drop your questions in the chat if you guys have questions throughout this. I want to make sure we answer your questions. So make sure you drop your questions in the chat. All right. Why are comps important? I was talking to a young lady.
Before you go too far, comps is short for comparables.
Comparables, absolutely.
Right? So we're talking about comparables to houses that are going to look like yours, that have sold, that look like yours. All right. So understand when we say comps, that's just a short term for comparables.
Absolutely. Why are comps important? It's important because it really tells the history of the area. It tells how much houses are selling for. It tells what type of money is being spent to get it to that area. So it really tells a story of the area, the houses, and the market. All right. Those are some reasons why comps are important. I was going to my segue. I was talking to a young lady yesterday, and she told me that the house that she owned, that it's really worth about 300,000 because the ones next door sold for 200, another one sold for like 250. Hers is bigger, so it should be 300. So no, but that's not how it works. All right, it's literally based on houses that are similar in your area. That really helps you with determining. And just because it sold for 200 and 250 and you feel like yours is going to be better, it's not better as of right now. And that jump of appreciation is really tough. Sorry.
You lost me. I don't know
All
what
right.
you're trying to say.
So basically, comps can make or break a deal.
Okay.
All right. Comps determine what that rehab budget is going to be. One thing you don't want to ever do is over rehab an area, because no matter how you feel, if the comps don't support it, it's not gonna reach that potential. All right. Comps help when it comes to estimating the value. So how much will it be worth based on the sales that are currently selling?
Gotcha. I want to touch on that rehab part.
Okay.
Don't get caught up in trying to, and we'll talk about it more later, but don't get caught up in trying to rehab the property like it's your personal property. Look at the comps in the area and mirror what they've done. If those houses have new paint, new flooring, that's what you mirror. Those houses have granite countertops, that's what you mirror. If those houses, both bathrooms are remodeled, that's what you mirror. But you don't have to go and build the deck and create a pool if none of the comps in the area is saying that. If none of the comps in the area is telling you got to finish the basement, don't finish the basement. You want to be mirroring the properties that have sold in the area.
Absolutely. One of the examples that popped up in my head was, you don't have to get brand new hardwood floors if none of the houses in the area are selling with hardwood floors. If they're selling with carpet, then guess what? You buy carpet. Because that hardwood floor is not gonna increase. You're not gonna over increase the area where it's worth how much you're spending on it, to how much you're spending to get it done, and then equaling it in your value. I see you, Mimi. I'm gonna touch on that in just a few.
Tell the question.
The question was, how do you come up with the ARV?
So we're gonna talk about it.
I thought you were getting ready to talk about it. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So step 2 is what comps to use. Comps must be similar when it comes to square feet. You don't want to look at a house where, let's say your house has 1,100 square feet and you're looking at a house that has 1,600 or 2,000 square feet. They're not similar at that point. They're far off. All right. So you want to make sure that the houses you're comparing it to are similar in square feet. You want to make sure that the year built is similar. So, for example, if your house was built in 1950, you don't want to compare it to a house that was built in the 2000s. All right. They're not similar at that point. There's a huge gap. But let's say, don't go that deep yet.
I mean, you telling us.
Let's say that your house was built in the 2000s, but you got a really strong comp that was built in 1950. Right now, you can use it because at that point, you know that you're going to be better because you are a newer house. But if you're an older house, don't look at a newer house that has that large of a gap. All right.
My thought process when I'm picking comps is I want to always pick the comps that are going to make me look good. They're almost like my little brothers. So if they're not identical, it's going to be lesser than what I'm going to do. So if I got 1,500 square feet, I'm looking for houses with 1,500 square feet or less. If I have 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm looking for 3-bedroom, 2 baths or less. I don't want to get compared to, I don't want to pick a comparable to where the house is bigger, the house is more square foot, the house has more bed and bath. I want to know that I'm setting the standard for that area in those comps.
Absolutely. And then I want to make sure that we're similar in finishes. If houses are selling with hardwood floors, then I don't want to put a cheap grade of carpet and expect for it to come out. If houses are selling with LVP, then I don't want to find the cheapest laminate. I want to find some LVP that are similar because I want to make sure the finish is similar so that they're grading me with a similar finish and not dinging it just for it being cheap.
Yep.
All right.
Must be similar in bed and bath. I kind of hit on that. If there's a big difference between a 3-bedroom, 1 bath and a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. All right. Don't discount the bathroom. That bathroom matters when it comes to comparables and comps. That's one of the things I heard a young lady say. She was like, well, I got a 3-1, but the other ones that sold are 3-2s. I'm not confident that you're going to sell like them other ones if you're a 3-1 and they're a 3-2.
No, typically in the Birmingham market, there's a 20 to 30,000 difference, price difference from a 3-1 to a 3-2. So that 3-2 makes a major difference in the value, in it being a value add in the house. It must be sold in the last 6 months. You can go back a year, but let's get to the closest of 6 months if it's available. Because that shows where we currently are in this market. It's not a, well, it sold in COVID for 200,000. No, what did it sell in the last 6 months? Is it still selling for 200? Did it drop or did it increase? So that 6 month mark gives you a good heartbeat and pulse of your local market.
Must be within a 0.5 mile radius. That's what appraisers are going to use when they are comping properties. Most of them are going to go 0.5 miles. And understand it's not driving distance.
It's not driving distance.
It's the radius one from an overview standpoint. Now, if you get into some areas where it's more rural, you might want to go a mile out if you got land around you. Mm-hmm. So understand that these are comps, but each property might be a little different. So understand that the closer you get to these parameters, the more confident you should be in your ARV. The farther away you get from these parameters, the less confident you should be in your ARV. If you got to go 0.7 miles out in a year back to get a comp, I'm not confident than 3 months ago in a 0.5 mile radius. So just understand, I'm not telling you it can't be a comp. Just know that the confidence levels goes down. Because by the time you finish your property, that comp might be a year old. So understand that even though we're saying this is what a comp look like, sometimes you might have to go outside of these parameters. But just understand, if it doesn't appraise, don't be mad at the appraisal.
Yeah, it's just because it just wasn't there. All right, so our rule is we have a 3-3-3 rule. All right, that 3-3-3 rule is we want to make sure what, Tanya?
We want to make sure that from a square foot standpoint, that we're not picking any comps that's more than 300 square foot. All right. Now, if we 300 square foot bigger, I don't mind. Plus, right? Because I treat that like my little brother. I'm the big brother. But if our property is 1,500 square foot, we don't want to get compared to an 1,800 square foot house or a 2,000 square foot house. To us, those are not comparables. All right.
All right. We want to make sure that it's not 30 years difference when it comes to age. So again, if the property was built in 1950, I'm not looking at something that was built in 1985. All right. And I'm not considering that to be a good comp. Now, if I was built in 1985 and the property that has a good comp was built in 1950, I'm going to roll with it. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're not looking greater than that 30 years, that you're always looking under 30. All right.
And this is a big one here, y'all. This $30,000 difference. So understand how investors get their ARV is they take the top 3 comps and divide it by 3. So understand that if you have 3 comparable properties, one of them is 200, one of them is 150, and the other one is 140.
Yeah, like that.
I would kick out that $200,000 comp because, in our opinion, that's kind of an outlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't want to base your numbers off that comp and setting the bar that high. I would want to use the 150, the 140, and I'll go find a third comp. So, but also keep in mind, if I have 200, 190, and 150, I don't mind using that 150 because I got 2 good comps at the top. So keep in mind that 30,000 is mainly between comp 1 and 2. All right. Because sometimes there's certain situations where somebody just fell in love with a house and they overpaid for it. That doesn't mean that's the true value of that area. And sometimes agents will hurt investors because they're going to tell you that ARV in a situation where it's 200, 150, and 140, they're going to tell you the ARV is 200 because that one house sold for 200. But that's how a lot of investors get caught up in flips because they're remodeling the house to get to a $200,000 house when nothing else is saying that area is 200,000. It's more 150 in that nature. So that's how you can lose money as an investor by listening to the agent and not doing your own home.
Yeah, make sure when investing, make sure you're conservative. All right. When investing, make sure you're conservative because you want to account for any type of contingency, any type of thing that may happen that you can't see. And if you're in too deep, then there's no room to catch those things at the end or in the middle of the project. All right. Step 3, once you've identified the comps and you have identified, okay, which comps we're going to use, which comps are the best when it comes to square feet.
And if y'all stay to the end, we're going to go through some property. So if you got a property that you're looking at potentially purchasing or you want to see what the ARV is, drop that property address and we'll go comp it live and talk about it and talk about the good and the bad of that property as it relates to the comps. So if you got a property that, hey, maybe you lost a bid on the property and you want to see was you too low or you didn't do the right thing, drop that address in there and then we can go in and kind of talk about the comps and analyze them.
Absolutely. So you want to look at the pictures online. You want to see, is there any holes coming from the ceilings that may indicate the roof may need to be repaired? Is there any holes in the walls where it should have been some plumbing, indicating there's no plumbing there? So you want to just look at the pictures that are online, either sent by a wholesaler or on the MLS for the property to get a good idea of what that rehab is going to be.
I got one in Fairfield. Somebody just sent me. I want to go look at.
Okay.
Not right now, but
no, I was waiting on you to go.
Gotcha. So one thing that we do that's kind of cut down on, I see you, Victor. One thing that we do that cuts down on the time when it comes to analyzing repairs is we have a base scope of work. We understand that 90% of the houses we touch, we're just going to do the same thing to them. We're going to paint the inside.
We're going to paint the exterior. We probably going to paint the kitchen cabinets if they're in good shape. We are going to
go.
Oh,
you stick over. Go on.
I'm done. Go. Go.
Sipping on my cognac.
Aquafina.
You gonna finish?
I'll finish. Go
oh
ahead.
My God. So we are going to put new carpet in the bedrooms. We're going to put new flooring in the bathrooms and the kitchen and the living areas. We're going to put a new countertop. We're going to update the bathrooms. Like those are things that we do to 90% of the house. So if you get a good understanding of how much that costs, you can just go in and add to that scope of work, that base scope of work. And just understand that it goes a lot faster instead of you trying to calculate everything freehand on every project. Just get you a base price, whatever your base price. Our base price is 25. Your base price might be different. Whatever your base price is, and then you just add on. If I go through, hey, this house need a roof, I'm gonna add 5,000. Hey, this house need to add a bathroom, I'm gonna add 5,000. So whatever it needs, you just add on to your scope of work. Most times you're going to be adding about 3 to 6 things to your scope of work if you have a good base scope of work.
Absolutely.
So that's property that we just went to in Norwood. We have to add on leveling the floors. We have to add on adding a bathroom. We have to add on closing in some windows. So like there are going to be many things that you're going to add on. It's usually 3 to 6 things if you got a good base scope of work.
Absolutely. And then once you identify those things, make the offer. Don't just analyze it, make the offer. Whether your offer is high or low, make the offer. When I say high, whether your offer is too low, don't be offended by it. Make the offer because it might actually get you a counter. It may actually get the house.
Yes. And don't get caught up on how much they're asking. Do it based on your numbers. The only time that I really pay attention to what they're asking is if my MAO, which is my maximum allowable offer, is higher than their asking price. Now I'm going to adjust.
And now I'm looking and I'm wondering, well, do they know something that I don't know? That may be a reason why.
Yes.
So at that point, I'm paying very close attention.
10, 15, 20,000 off asking price, make your offer.
Make it.
All right. I got one address from Victor Jordan.
What's up? You going to say something?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Throw some questions in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up.
Was it 2808 or 2800?
I thought it was 2108 is what my memory told me.
Okay.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah,
no.
That's yeah. There you go. If you hit data, it should kind of come up if you got the right address in. Go back to the address. Make sure it's the right address.
2808.
Okay, Avenue I. Okay. You got a question or that?
Tyler said,
you do this. I do this. What's your advice on a property when your MAO is more than the asking price for the property? So if my MAO is more than the asking price, I'm going to adjust my offer $10,000 off of their asking price, especially if it is something that not a lot of people know about. Now, if it's a hot property and it's on the market, I'll offer asking price. Unless I just really want the property, I go over asking to MAO. But my initial offer is going to be under their asking price just to get me in the door to get some feedback. Now, if that's the case, I'm going to get some feedback. They might say highest and best at that point in time. Now, I'm going to really go and analyze. And most of the time, that's when I'm going to put my foot on the property, put my feet in the property to see exactly what's going on.
Great question.
Good question, though, Tyler.
All right. So 2808 Avenue I in Birmingham. You want to walk me through it?
Sure. All right. So let me go get some comps. So this property is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,168 square feet. So in my mind, I'm thinking that I can probably add a bathroom to get to 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, or I might can add a bedroom to get to 3 bedroom, 1 bath. At 1,168 square foot, that really isn't a ideal size to have 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So
I'm either gonna do a 2-2 or 3-1
yeah,
with that amount of square feet.
I'm built in 1935. So the first thing I'm gonna do is
Adjust it for 6 months. Then I'm going to adjust the bed and bath to my maximum being 3. And then I am adjusting my mileage so to make it 0.5 miles radius.
all right. So first thing I'm looking for is the top 3 comps in the area. All right. So this is a 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,284 square foot, built in 1905. I'm gonna put it in there just to see what other things are going on. Cause I say I'm either gonna make it a 3 bedroom,
Or
1 bath,
or a
or
2-2.
2-2. So, but I'm gonna let the comps kind of tell me what to do. All right. We got a 3-1, 1,364 square foot, built in 1901, sold for 92,000. I'm gonna throw it in there just to kind of keep going.
Next is a 3-1, 1,400
1,400.
square feet. I'm probably not going to use it because we real close to that
Yeah, we
300.
real close. And both of these other properties are bigger than mine. So I don't like it. I will decide kind of what to move and what to take out. But for now, I put it in there just to see what everything else is going. 2-1, 1,100 square feet, 85,000. This is about close to what
What ours
what
is.
ours is as it currently sits.
But I would really want to look at it and see if it's an as is value
Yeah.
or if it's been updated.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at this price. Automatically, I'm not gonna use this comp here.
The 157.
I'm not gonna use the 157 comp because it is 50, 60,000 more than anything else that's sold in the area. All right. So I'm gonna take that comp out. So now I'm looking at 1, 2, these 3 comps. So what I'll do is I'll look at these comps on Zillow to kind of see what condition were they sold in. And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
I'm trying to get you. You said Zillow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me some pictures. So I'm just looking for pictures. So in this area, I can already tell you this isn't a high flip area. This is more of a rental area.
I think that was the only good picture.
All right. So
one.
if it's a property that has sold on the MLS and you go to realtor.com or Zillow.com, they'll give you the pictures that was on the listing. So if it don't have any listings, that's a good chance that it wasn't necessarily a retail type sale. That's not screaming remodeled to me
At all. Okay. You want to go with that one?
You go down, so that one do.
Okay, this already telling me it's a rental
They got
because
it. They
it's
got it
listed
marked
for
for
rent.
rent.
And photos are coming soon.
So some work been done to it more than likely. So this is telling me rental area.
Mm-hmm.
If you got an address, put it in there. And keep in mind, we are looking for flips. So understand that when you're looking to flip properties, values have to be higher in order to flip properties and make it make sense.
All right, no
Yeah.
picture.
So I don't like, so just based on this address and what I'm seeing from comps, I can put the ARV. We'll calculate ARV.
I think that may have actually been a vacant lot. So we can't even use that.
I can't even use that one. So, but it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house.
Well, it does say 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Okay.
Yeah. So if I'm saying 92,000 plus 87,000 plus 85,400 divided by 3, my ARV on this property would be 88,000. All right.
Bam.
That'll be my ARV. 88,000. But I understand that this isn't a good flip area. So you got to keep that in mind. This is more of a rental area. In rental areas, that's not where your first-time home buyers are buying properties. So you can have potentially issues when it comes to an appraisal standpoint because there aren't homes that are selling for that. All right. I got a property that somebody just sent me.
Okay.
All right. Hold up. It's in Fairfield. Don't go back.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
All right. Remember, ask questions. If you have questions, ask questions so you can understand. Uh, 441 62nd Street. There you go. Everybody's not in Birmingham, so if you got an out-of-state address, we can look that up too.
All right.
Calculate. Okay, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,400
436
square feet. All right.
All right, we're gonna start with sold in the last 6 months. We're gonna tighten up our 0.5 mile radius. We've just taken a lot of them out just then. All right, you gonna keep your bed and bath to up to 5? We can keep that.
Yeah.
All right. We were built in 1926. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So, first things first, your first one.
Sorted by price.
Bam. All right, your first one is on Terrace Ave. That sold for 184,000.
I'll push my square feet down to get more because it's a big house.
How many square feet? 2,400. Yeah.
So I'm at least 25.
Okay, that's close as I'm getting right.
All right. So let's go. You sorted by price?
All right. So we got one sold on 67th Street. It was a 3-1 for 253,000. All right, I'm gonna grab that.
Yep.
We got a Bellwood Circle that sold. It was built in 1966 for 244. We were built in 1926. So I don't really want to use that for real.
I'm gonna be skeptical of that one.
So I'll come back.
And the other reason I'm gonna be skeptical is it's got more bathrooms. So even though it's only +1, it's still more bathrooms. So if I have to, maybe, but I'm gonna do my best not to use that one.
All right, then we got a 3-3, 2,100 square feet. Sold built in 1970, but it was sold for 184. It's real close. I'm probably gonna use it. You gonna use it?
So I put them in there. Like,
you gonna put this one
yeah,
in?
I put it in there, then I kind of analyze them after I do it.
Okay. We got another one on Bellwood Circle, 3-2, 1,600 square feet, built in 1961, sold for 161.
All right. So the bad thing that I'm seeing about this property is that it's an older property.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be really wary of using those comps from 1966, 1970, 1961. But at the same time, if that's all I got,
you gotta use it.
You gotta use it.
And I think the other part is this 3-1, the first one, 405 62nd Street, was built in the same year. It's a lot smaller, but it sold for 253. So like it's the highest comp in the area, and then all the other ones are newer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
All right. And the other thing that I like about my property is that my property is bigger than a lot of these properties. Mm-hmm. Now, to a lot of agents, they're going to do it by the per square foot method. But for me, I'm going to still kind of do it by the investor method and see, can I make my numbers work? So what I would probably kick out is the second one.
Why are you kicking out this one?
I would probably kick it out because, well, I'll probably, if I keep it in, I will be looking to add another bathroom. So if I keep it in, I'll make sure that I try to at least get to 3 bathrooms.
In
my property. Yeah, I got 2 right now, but I got 2,400 square feet. So
there's definitely space.
There's space. So I keep it in. Boom. And then out of these next 2, I'm probably going to go at the 1970 one, the 184 one, just because those are the ones that's giving me the best representation.
Mm-hmm. So let's do some numbers. I want you guys to add these up and divide it by 3. So add up 253,000 plus 244,000 plus 184,600. Divide that by 3 and drop it in the chat. Tell me what that is. So 253, 244, 184, 6. Add it up, divide it by 3. What do you get? What were you about to say, Antonio? Okay.
I totally missed Marcus and Chris message. We'll get one on.
Okay.
Okay, Mimi got an answer. Okay, I see Mimi. You. I see Victor.
Okay, Vic.
I'll give me one more right answer. One more answer. All right. So the ARV is 227. I feel solid having a 227 ARV. All right. Now, as always, I want to go look at the pictures and make sure that these are good pictures. But I know that if it's sold for those numbers, more than likely the pictures are going to be good. And I hope these come up to where, can you go to Google? Because like nobody uses Bing.
Yeah, over there.
Okay. So this is the difference between when you can search and then get good pictures versus the first property we did. They didn't give us good pictures because they didn't have any good comps. But by putting it in Zillow or Google on this,
Let's go. I got you.
What you mean? Well, those
That
pictures right
wasn't.
there.
I couldn't get around it. I couldn't get around the camera. There we go.
All right. So they painted the outside. They put new rails up. One thing I want you to notice is they don't got new windows.
They did not put new windows.
They didn't change the windows. Now keep that picture in mind. All right. They didn't change the windows.
And they sell for $244,000. All right.
Detached
garage. They didn't do a lot of landscaping.
They don't even got flowers out there.
No, I don't even see the mulch. All right. Okay.
Nice flooring, like LVP flooring, new paint,
light fixtures,
new light fixtures,
sunroom. Okay, they put new cabinets.
I got updated kitchen,
backsplash, appliances, granite, quartz.
Nice, clean, smooth. So this is what my property gonna need to be looking like. If I'm going there and remodel the property, this is what I need to be shooting for. This type of finish, this level of finish. That's what I'm shooting for. Tile bathrooms,
new toilet, new vanity. Looks like they may have kept that old mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Paint. They kept the hardwood flooring upstairs and just put LVP, it looks like, downstairs.
What's the next one?
I got wrapped up in it.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Let's do, which one you want to do?
Was you done with that property?
I was done with that property. You said let's go to the next one.
I mean to the next pictures.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what
405 60-second
screen. The next pictures. I told you I didn't understand. I told you. You said for that property. In my mind, that was the property. It's a good chance.
You're making this difficult.
I already did. It was already done.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I'm recovering from the difficult.
I got you.
All right. This is the second comp in the area. I didn't mean to hit the street view. Was that just one picture they had?
Literally just had one picture. The other one didn't jump out with pictures.
Okay.
But you be going to the realtor, like I be saying. Zillow usually have pictures.
Sometimes. Let's see. Let's see if you're right. Nope. So this just has one picture.
But I could tell by the exterior paint it was remodeled.
No, it looks old. It was remodeled at some point.
At some point, it was remodeled recently.
Yes. I don't know about recent, but it's newer than the subject property. But
I would really dive into that property to make sure that it was a comp. So you didn't do the first one, baby.
I did do the first
one. No, 405 62nd Street.
I felt like that's not up there. Well, this one better knock me away. That better not be it. 200. All right. Start with the top. Don't look like that.
I don't know about this. Keep going.
That might be an old picture.
I mean,
inside,
the
okay. They painted. They didn't put a new fan. Okay, so they just painted. Okay. Kept the original hardwood floors. Ain't no way.
Ain't no, and what?
Ain't no way.
Go into the details of it, Ozilla. Let's see what it say.
Okay.
Now I'm not confident that this sold.
I'm probably gonna take this out of my comps if
Yeah,
this
I
was
don't like this.
yeah, I'm not feeling this at all.
Yeah, nah, this ain't. Something else went on here, so
You wanted some details. You was thinking.
you can close it. Don't worry.
Okay.
So when I go back in, I'm gonna take that off. Like that's not a good comp to me.
Do you think maybe Realtor.com may have some different ones? Maybe that's just outdated. Let's see. Let's just in hopes. But they got 12 too. It looked the same. It looks the same. Yeah, I'm taking that out.
Yeah, I'm not using that comp.
So then I gotta roll with this one.
Yeah, but then what happens is
Now your ARV is the same.
Well, one thing is you got a $30,000 gap between
the first and
the second comp. So that throws everything.
So now I gotta take that one out too.
So now I'm there.
So now these are my top three.
Yep.
Now my whole area changes drastically.
Yep.
So I was just at 227 as an ARV, but after really analyzing it and looking at the pictures, now I'm really at a 168. You guys, this is why it's so important to literally analyze the deals, analyze the properties, because something like just that quick can change your ARV. It can change everything when it comes to picking your comps and knowing if you got a deal. Imagine getting into this property, paying for your appraisal, paying for your inspection, and your appraisal coming back at 160 versus the 227 that you thought it was.
And the wholesaler actually had 225 on it, but he didn't necessarily dive into it. I don't think. I think he just kind of generalized it, or he just went off that one comp and felt good about it. So understand, you got to do your homework. You got to deep dive. Yeah, Jimmy, man, that the rehab evaluator, man, it's good, man. And we'll drop a link to it so you can get a free trial on it. But we love it. It really saves us a lot of time
and a lot of headache. Yeah.
You need one more before we go?
All right, which one?
Let's do Marcus came in first. Let's do Marcus.
8039 7th Avenue South. 8 what it was
8039.
8039.
The 6620 property looked good inside. Last one.
8039. 8039 7th Avenue
South. I got a good feeling the way this at, and I love this East Lake area because it's gonna surprise a lot of y'all.
Well, let's find out, Antonio. All right.
Calculate.
2-bedroom,
1 bath, 840 square feet. It is what it is on this, y'all. We ain't doing too much adding in this, baby.
1940. We're gonna look for some other 2-1s with less than 1,000 square feet.
I can already tell you this is gonna be a tough one to come.
All right, last 6 months. We're gonna do 0.5 mile radius. Let's just say 4. We're gonna keep the bed and bath to max 3. You want to go 2 or you want to go 1?
You can keep 2.
All right. We're gonna sort by price. Am I missing anything up here? Okay. We're gonna sort by the price. We have this one was a 2-1, 1,045 square feet. That sold for $159.
That ain't bad. I like that. I like that.
We got another 2-1, 918 square feet, built in 1958, sold for $148. Okay. Now what was my 1940? Okay, I'm liking it.
I like all 3 of these.
Another 2-1, 850 square feet, so I'm a little bit bigger. Sold for 136. So I'm gonna get that. Those my top 3.
That was straightforward, there, Marcus.
That was easy.
Now I check my pictures to make sure that those were pretty solid comps, but that was such a straightforward property comp. You can't go wrong with that. As long as the comp's there, you shouldn't go wrong.
That's inside that thing. Look good. Okay, let me go to Zillow for you. Okay. They kept original everything.
Okay, they got stucco still on the wall, but
the hardwood
it's still
look
updated
good.
though.
Yeah,
It's still
painted. Got some casing. Okay. Okay.
Cabinet solid. Butcher block countertop solid.
Looks good. Looks nice and clean.
Bathroom a little shaky.
Different. But we got tile shower. Okay. Okay. Still they made something.
I ain't never seen that before.
Bedroom looks good. Okay. They staged it, or are they living in it? One or two.
They living in that. That person's too old to be staged.
You're so picky.
So that's a good one. I like that. I mean, all right, and we don't got to go through all the pictures.
That's you just kind of sold one, so that's a really good one.
Get a feel for it.
All right, so let's do our comps real quick, you guys. So
go to the next one.
You wanted to go through all of them. I felt like if that one was, I felt confident. I'm sorry.
I know, but you gotta. Everybody don't got your confidence, all right?
I was ready to offer.
I
was ready to offer.
So stupid answer.
Ooh, this one even look cuter.
Ooh.
Where's Zillow for Tonio? We'll go to Zillow.
So understand that when you are remodeling properties and you're dealing with a appraiser, the same way we say ooh when we see an outside picture, it's the same way they're gonna say. So make sure you take care of your outside and your curb appeal to make sure you get that ooh when they look at it.
Absolutely.
Like we only got to go inside this house.
No, I'm already excited. Look at the before and look at the after. It looks like really good.
Solid comp.
Now let's talk about this real quick. These are old windows, all right? They painted the casings and it pops as if it's new windows, but these are some old windows in this house. Not much was done from a landscaping. They didn't even cut their grass before they took the pictures, for real. So you don't have to overkill it, is all I'm saying. But this looks really good. Look like they got a new roof.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh?
So yeah, I feel confident.
Neutral paint.
Bathroom. Kitchen looks amazing.
They painted the cabinets, butcher block.
They painted it?
Yep.
Yeah, they painted it. Those are old cabinets. They look brand new. If you just glance at them, yeah. New lighting. They put pot lights.
Recess lights.
Yep. Bathroom. Oh, that's a different.
I've seen them though. Like I don't got to see them. Like I don't got to spend all day admiring the pictures. I actually like admiring them though.
They got ceiling fans. Okay, so this was a great one. All right.
Yeah. So them two good comps.
So you feel confident about the third?
I feel confident.
Or you need to see the third one.
Let me see it.
You just want to see it.
I mean, I gotta see it. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, but I think that's a good reason why you have to see it, because That last one we just saw,
Yeah, like you gotta put your
not
hands up.
seeing all of them is really what caused it to not be 200.
A week solid. I ain't even really gotta
That looks really good.
really good. Boom. So ARV on this property is what's that?
159,875 plus 148,000 plus 136,500 divided by 3 gives me what? Type it in chat. You're doing this one plus this one plus this one and dividing it by 3.
You gotta go to the other screen and see if somebody wrote it.
I got you picked up.
I got you. No world. Bingo. You got it, Vic.
I see you, Vic.
148, 125.
148,125.
Marcus says it's been gutted down to the studs. But they're asking for it though. So your ARV is pretty solid. So if it's down to the studs, they probably asking about 50 or 60, maybe 70. So not telling me. Yeah, so I would probably be more at, if I'm making an offer, I feel more confident, maybe 45 to start off. I don't care because they're asking 70.
All right.
Well, we're gonna get out of here. See y'all Thursday for the podcast. Make your offer, Marcus, and see what happens and just follow up. That's all you can do.
Absolutely. If you haven't registered for our masterclass, we have a masterclass on May 29th at 7 p.m. It's absolutely free. If you want to get more training, you have to register. We won't be going live. You'll have to register for it, but it's on May 29th at 7 p.m. Central. Go ahead and register. It's at the bottom of the screen, but that's our masterclass on the 29th. All right.
That's right.
We're also having our REI Decoded Summit. I'm super excited, super geeked about the lineup. July 26th and the 27th. Tickets are on Eventbrite. Make sure you're there. Darlene is going to talk to us about getting our mind right. We're going to be taking away all those self-doubting, all of those fears, all of those things that we were born with. We're going to erase them so that we can really start accomplishing our goals and meeting our goals. Brandon's going to be talking about what not to do when rehabbing properties. I'm super excited about Brandon. Darius, y'all know my dude Darius is coming back for round 3. He's coming back for round 3. He's going to be talking to us about how to get the bag, how to get funding, so that you can start investing in real estate. And Andrew's going to be teaching us how to find deals, your unconventional ways of finding deals in this market so that you don't have a problem when it comes to deal flow. So I'm excited. Make sure you're there. Get your tickets. We have a few early bird tickets that are available. Get it now. And let's do it. All right. Yeah. I see some questions.
Trying to miss the whole thing.
Absolutely. So the replay will be in REI Decoded, Real Estate Investing Decoded.
On
it's
Facebook.
Where you'll be able to get the replay on Facebook. And if you're watching this later, type in your questions. If you have any questions, we'll be monitoring it throughout the day, throughout the week, making sure we answer your questions and get you the assistance that you need. All right. Yep. Anything else, Antonio?
Nope, I'm good. Ready to ride.
All right. You guys have an amazing, amazing day. Love you. See you on Thursday. Peace.